MLB The Show is at the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, and lovely Busch Stadium. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one, as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Carlos Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Carlos Martinez, one of the biggest arms in the game of baseball. Electric fastball, 95 to 99 miles an hour with movement up, down, in, and out of the zone. Powerhouse slider, and I mean as good as any slider in baseball. His changeup has gotten better. If Carlos Martinez brings his A game, he has the chance to throw a no-hitter every time he takes the mound.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. And the changeup is taken for a called third strike, and the leadoff man is gone to begin the ball game. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
Here's Buster Posey now. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Here's the first pitch to him. Liner toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough, as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out. In now, Andrew Mccutcheon. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First offering on its way. Sliders in for a strike. Mccutcheon, or just Cutch as he's frequently referred to. He was selected in the first round back in 2005.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, Dero, Darryl Parker behind the dish. And
we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Giants are down. Standing in, Tommy Pham. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here comes the first pitch.
Tommy Pham.
And a fastball just a bit high. Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging. Bumgarner, affectionately known, of course, as Mad Bum. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Williamson racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
well, you better look out for that cleanup spot. This guy was one of 3 silver sluggers in the National League for outfielders. He can flat out rake. You get in that category, only 3 guys of all the outfielders in that league, that's pretty impressive.
Missed with a slider. Two and 0 now. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's got a 3 for 5 line. Outside, 3-0 now. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A one-out walk here in the home first. The next to bat for St. Louis, Jose Martinez. Throw down to second. Again to first, but he gets back in time. Carpenter, base runner at first with one out. And he has a cut at that one, but misses 2-1. On the ground for Crawford. This could be 2. Scooped up, and he thought about going to second, but he'll go to first instead. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. A ball and no strikes. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Swing and a miss as he goes back to the cutter here. 3-2. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's got 5 base hits in 17 at-bats. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Would have been a grand slam if he'd straightened it out. Instead, it's a foul ball. Again, another foul ball.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
He throws him on the fastball there. Yadier Molina becomes out number 2 this inning. Ball 1.
It's moments like this as a pitcher when you feel the whole world is against you. You're already in hot water with the bases loaded, so it doesn't make life any easier when you're not getting calls that you think you should.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Number 34. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. An inning in the books, no score on the show. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's only 1 for 10. There's that circle change of his, but it's outside for ball 1. Crawford playing here in his age 31 season. He was a 4th-round selection during the 2008 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. Throw on to first is in time, and they'll double up Crawford. Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And that misses ball 1. skied in the air to straightaway left. Number 34 shading to his right, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Giants are down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Stepping in for the Cardinals, number 34. First trip to the plate for him in the ball game.
Number 34.
Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball one. The big curveball just misses apparently. Ball two.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Now the 2-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike two. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in the scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Grounded to the right. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting ninth.
So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Carlos Martinez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Bottom of the second here with no score. Slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll move to the third with no score. And the versatile Mac Williamson hits next. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. And that swung on and missed for strike one.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. And he takes strike three called on the fastball, one gone. Next to bat for the Giants, Yorkis Hernandez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat. And the changeup is way low that time. Hit on the ground to third. And that's the first hit in this one for the Giants. The pitcher, Madison Bumgarner, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Way in front of a great slider that time. Started that swing a bit too early. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. Digging in to try it again, Joe Pennant. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. lifted down the line in left. On the move is Ozuna. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Posey, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was selected in the first round during the 2008 draft. And a second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tommy Pham. He'll begin things here against Madison Bumgarner.
Tommy Pham.
A high fastball is in there.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 13.
Ready for another chance? Matt Carpenter. He drew a base on balls his first time up. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Cardinals have been held out of the hit column here. 1-1.
Outside.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now. 1-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Into the box, Jose Martinez. As he hits one on a line to left field. But this is going to hang up there just long enough to be taken. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew Mccutcheon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. A bouncer up the middle. Oh, way to get dirty. The throw to first. Oh, but he beats it out. Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, that's a heck of a job by the shortstop right there for him to range, at least get to that ball and show his pitcher with a diving stop. He's willing to get dirty all day long. Wasn't able to complete the play, but the effort was there.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
Oh, 0-2. Here it is. It's 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
Runner back safely. Mccutcheon aboard here at first with nobody out. Into right field. That's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Hey, you cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit, and they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
Hit hard, but this is a foul ball. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Swung on in the dirt, and that's a strikeout. And they'll slap the tag on him between third and home, and it's a costly double play. And he will make it back to third safely, as he didn't have much of a chance at advancing that time. Now at the plate, Mac Williamson. First time up, he went down looking. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this is the biggest one. His ability to work out of nasty jams. Two guys in scoring position right here. Interested to see how he works out of this.
That fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with two runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get. So here's the cleanup hitter, Marcell Ozuna. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time, every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
High and deep down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Underneath it is Panic, and he's got it for the first out.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier.
Digging in, Yadier Molina 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. First pitch on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Oh and 1 the count to Molina. A swing and a ground ball to third. On to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now.
Now batter, right fielder.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Popped him up. Belt moving to his left, and that retires the side. Striding in once again, Borges Hernandez. A matchup with Carlos Martinez to lead off the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. And now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you can speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Here's Joe Panic. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Fowler is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Here's Buster Posey now. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Fowler. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Stepping in, number 34 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Panic backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
Second baseman, number 16, Colton Wong.
So stepping in, Colton Wong. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In there for strike 1. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
Count is 1-2 now. Ready on 1-2. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Hernandez is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And it's 1-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance. chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. Runs a bit inside for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. They still trail 1-0. Digging in once again, Andrew Mccutcheon. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Right fielder, Andrew Mccutcheon.
Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
1-1 to Andrew Mccutcheon. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Ball even at 2-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Digging in to try it again. Brandon Belt. Last time through was a base hit. First offering on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Missed. With a slider. 1 out, nobody on. And that's over. 2-1. Fastball down near the shoe tops.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And the walk. Digging in and looking for more. Brandon Crawford. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the changeup is way low that time. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
On to first as they get the double play. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And Sandoval will put this one away for out number 1. Riding in once again, Matt Carpenter. He went down on strikes last time up. Grounded back up the middle. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Ready for another chance, Jose Martinez. Bumgarner's ready. Here's the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And he fouls this one off. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Down the third baseline. This is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
He loses him on ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
And that's taken for strike 1.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
This is popped up. Hennick has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Giants leading this one as we get set for the 7th, but before it gets underway, there you see our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. And he offers at the circle change and misses 0-1.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying. This pitcher might be on the attack with that pitch all game long.
Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2. He'll try again. 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there.
1 sec as that ball is into the gap in right center. Should be good for at least 2 bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
John Brebbia comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7. From the stretch. And a whip at a good slider that time.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Here it comes, 0-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gorky Hernandez. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Dribbled up the line. Sandoval leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. To the right side and through, a base hit. And they won't risk it at 3rd, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Now batting, pitcher, Madison Bumgarner.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Madison Bumgarner, and their runners at the corners now.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for
out number 2. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Joe Pennant. 2 out, 3rd out. So a great job there of working out of potential troubles. Giants leave a couple. but they're on top 1-0. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. And look at this. Molina trying for 3. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The bouncer to the left side. There's Sandoval. And there's one away.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Number 34. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Now a bunt attempt here. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. And a pitch out. Perhaps they thought the squeeze would be on. So 1-1 is in off the plate. Molina stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. To 2-2 now. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through into center field for a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and this ball game is tied here in the 7th.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit the top.
Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound.
Number 56.
And he's going to make a move here, so that'll do it tonight for Madison Bumgarner. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Colton Wong comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Fly ball out to right field. And he'll settle under it, but he can't hold on to it. Oh, boy.
Man, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say he lost sight of it, but then I watch and say, nope, that's just a blundered play. Can't really sugarcoat it.
Jed Jerko come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. I'm set with the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Well, this is a strikeout situation, but it's also a ground ball situation. I expect we'll see a lot of pitches down in the zone trying to prevent the hitter from getting the ball up in the air.
Again, a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now. Now at the plate, Tommy Pham. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Here's Matt Carpenter. First pitch on its way. And that one just missed outside.
This game is getting interesting real quick, and the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
Swing and a little tapper. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A little bouncer. The 1-2. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, all tied at 1-1. Sam Tuivalala has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Here's Buster Posey now. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
The 0-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Pham moving in. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Giants, right fielder Andrew Mccutcheon.
Ready once again, Andrew Mccutcheon. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set and the pitch. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game over.
Another look to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Another throw over, and they got him.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence, no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Popped him up. Carpenter over to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Giants are down on the next to bat for St. Louis, Jose Martinez. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. First pitch coming, here it is. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. The 1-1. Hit on the ground out to short. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out. Here's Marcell Ozuna. No hits to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's that little sinker right over the outside corner. A cold strike on the inside corner. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he will make it in safely. It's a triple, and the go-ahead run is at third with only 1 away.
The second this thing got past the outfielder, you knew it was at least a double, possibly a triple, but he turns on the afterburners and is safely into third.
So a runner stands at third. 1 man is out. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to Molina.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a flare over second, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Coming in to score easily is the runner from third, and they've taken the lead here in the 8th.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Dexter Fowler comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Molina stands at first with 1 out. Snap throw from the catcher, but he's back in standing. And he misses 2-1. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, Dero, we've seen 1 power pitcher,
And hold on there. He got him. Trying to swipe second base, but he's gunned down for the out. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 2 hits here in the inning. Nice shot of downtown St. Louis as we're set for the 9th inning here from Busch Stadium. Bud Norris comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Lifted into center field. Pham moves over, makes the play, 1 away. Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Pops this one up. Coming on is Ozuna, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Hey, they're not all beautiful. They don't all have to be. Just throwing a lawn dart over the third baseman's head right there. Beautiful piece of hit.
And the versatile Mac Williamson hits next. Fouled off. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. And a strikeout here yet again. It's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Next to bat for the Giants, Borges Hernandez. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Last strike here for the Giants. He's running, and he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.